I'm Bria Henderson with the Silver Spoon Wedding Co. And today we are here with Monica of M. Dawn Floral and Design. And we are going to interview her, ask her a few questions from a vendor's perspective and a client's perspective, and see what she has in store for us. Let's start off. Tell us about you.
Okay, well, I guess I can talk about floral design and how I got started with floral design. I started designing florals in 2001.
Okay.
My sister was getting married, and we had a lady who used to do our family's flowers, and she was no longer doing flowers.
Oh,
so,
my goodness.
yeah, so my sister was like, "Oh, I think you can do it. You're creative." And at that time, I was working on my graduate degree,
Okay.
and also working as a nail tech. So I've been a nail tech since I was like doing nails since 12.
She does all the things.
So yeah, so I always have been like creative and working with my hands, like creative stuff. So yeah, so we went and got some silk flowers, and the rest is history.
Oh my goodness, that's how it starts off. Well, I'm not saying it just because we're interviewing, but you literally are one of my favorite florists.
Thank you.
And I love that. I feel like every wedding that you do is a little more personal than the next. So can you just walk us through the process of meeting with the client and trying to figure out their personal style and translating that to weddings?
Sure. So I would say my clients kind of come to me in two different ways. Some of my clients come directly to me either via Instagram or Facebook, word of mouth, and then other clients come to me through planners. So I have a few planners here in the area who I work with pretty consistently.
Will you be one of them?
And yeah, so that's how a lot of my brides find me. And from there, we typically, of course, with COVID, we don't do as many face-to-face consultations as we had been doing before.
Right.
So we now invite them to meet with us via Zoom.
Okay.
And so we do our Zoom consult. Usually prior to the consult, they have sent me an email where they have given me some inspiration photos, kind of giving me an idea of what they have in mind.
Right.
You know, whether it's we want just personal flowers or we're interested in personal flowers, ceremony and reception. So we are definitely full service, so we do offer all of those things. And most of our clients do opt to have all of those things. So from time of contacting us, we have our consultation. We discuss everything, wedding details, not just
So
flowers.
many wedding details.
Yes, not just flowers, but we talk to them about what other decor they may have, if they have like linens that they've chosen already. We talk about the venue, the space. Sometimes if it's a place that we haven't been to before, we'll pull it up, or if I have a chance to, I'll go and visit, prior to our meeting, just so that I'm familiar with what we're talking about. And yeah, the process is just kind of, I kind of start where they are. So it depends on where they are in planning. Some of my brides are like super organized. They've already figured out everything that they want.
Oh, down to the T. I need lilies and roses specifically.
Yes. And that's great. And then we have our other clients who like have no idea. Like either they know hardly anything about
That would be
flowers,
me.
They maybe know what a rose is, and so we go from there and we just start looking at things. And of course, we do a lot of shared screens on Zoom to give them inspiration of things, for what we could use for their wedding. So yeah, from consultation, once everything is kind of discussed and talked about, then we go ahead and do a floral proposal.
Okay.
And so that's provided to them via email, and it's all digital, and they can look it over. It has the pricing, it has a detailed description of each item, how many of each item, and what did I leave out? Oh, and a photo, some type of inspiration photo,
Okay.
so that we
So
all
there's a
can
visual
remember.
there.
Oh yeah. So that we all can remember what we discussed. And from there, most of my clients take between 2 and 3 weeks to make their decision, and once they decide that
The
they want
florals are such a big part, though. I can't whether it's like backdrop to centerpieces to bouquets, it's such like a focal point.
It absolutely is.
That it's understandable that it does take like
it takes time, and the proposals take time. So, I try to be as detailed as I possibly can. with, you know, just giving, sometimes it's, if I have a bride who's not sure of what she wants, just giving enough options and ideas of things that I think that they will like, and making sure that they understand that, you know, this is like the beginning.
Right.
So if there's something there that you don't like, that's fine. We'll go to the drawing board and find something else. But most times, once we have gone through the inquiry process and consultation process, they're pretty sure of what they want, and we just kind of go with it with the floral proposal. So, yeah, so once they look over the proposal and review it, find that they like everything that's there, then we go into the
because they're
process.
gonna love it. They're gonna love it.
I always hope so. I'm always thinking,
you guys
like,
need to see her work. We're gonna make sure that we add your handle onto this and your contact information, because you guys need to see her work.
Thank you. So yeah, so a lot goes into that process, just the process of booking. And then once our clients make the choice to book, we do a 20% deposit, and then they can make payments up until the last month before their wedding. So 30 days before the wedding, the final payment is due.
Okay.
And so, but from that point, from the time that they make their initial payment, we are working.
Yeah.
From that very moment.
It's nonstop.
It's
building
nonstop.
onto it.
It is.
Yeah.
Whether it's looking for special inventory, if it's something that we want to rent through another company, we're looking for those things and making sure that we have those things set and scheduled. And even just from like flowers, you know, just trying to decide which flowers work best. And of course, I have all of my favorites
Of course.
in my head.
Of course. What are some of your favorites?
Oh, so I okay, well, my personal
Top
favorite.
three.
Okay, personal favorite. I love tulips.
Okay.
So any kind of tulip.
It's such a precious
love
flower.
it.
It reminds me of Mother's Day.
They are awesome. So I love tulips.
It's super spring.
And then I like interesting roses. So any kind of rose that's kind of interesting, you know. I really pay a lot of attention to how things open, because I like for blooms to be really open in my work.
Yeah.
So I'm really like particular about that. And trying to think what other flower. I grew up with peonies, so let's say peonies.
Okay.
I grew up with
Peonies are
peonies.
sentimental.
Oh yeah.
They are.
I grew up with them in my yard, so you know I've been around them pretty much my whole life. So
Yeah.
I do love peonies. I do love when peony season comes around. They're pricey, so clients don't get them a lot.
That
but
we like.
yeah, so yeah, I would say those are the three. Yep.
Okay. So let's rewind just a little bit. So for the people who don't know, you do florals, but you also do some event decor rentals?
Yes. So I do have some rentals, mostly things that kind of go along with our florals.
Okay.
So I don't do a lot of just rentals out without providing actual floral services. I do provide rentals to other vendors. So sometimes I'll have other vendors who contact me and want to rent some of our rental items, like our arches and things like that. So I do that. But yeah, as far as florals go, we have all types of stands and vases and candelabras.
Oh my goodness.
Arches and
my favorite thing right now are the gold, like geometric style. I love that now.
Those are very, very popular. Yep. So we have those. We just got some new ones in of those too. So yeah, those are super popular. The last couple of years, those have been popular, and I actually really love them because it beats working with glass any day.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. But they're starting to make more acrylic items, which I've been able to appreciate because then it's not like I'm scared something's gonna break either during transit or like to or from. You're never worried about it when you get there. It's always after.
That's always the scary. Yeah, that's the scary part. So yeah, I really liking the metal and stuff. Yeah, that they're using now over the glass.
Yeah.
Glass is beautiful. Don't get me wrong.
It is
magnificent in certain spaces. But I am loving them to stand.
Yeah. So can you tell us about this centerpiece? some of the flowers that's in it, your inspiration behind it?
So this is actually one of our very popular styles of centerpiece.
These colors.
This is sometimes called a compote vase or a pedestal vase, and so it has, you know, a little bit of a height here, and it's like a bowl. The shape is like a bowl up underneath, which allows us to get quite a few flowers in there. So this is one of our I would say most chosen arrangements. It can go well with really anything. It can be used for weddings. I've done them for showers. I've done them for everything, brunches. So they're super popular. This particular one, we went with more of the moody kind of colors here, so more your jewel tones. Lots of roses, lots of texture with greens and fillers.
The texture.
Yeah, so I am a texture queen.
I feel like the layers add to the personality of the piece.
It does. I feel like it just kind of, it makes things look more alive. It gives it a little bit of more movement. So yeah, that's the way I like to design. That's my favorite way to design, I should say.
Okay. I really like it. The ideas, the wheels are turning in my head.
One of my favorite roses is in there.
Yeah, we love that color.
That's the free spirit. So pretty.
We love the free spirit.